Simply explained, Deepavali means the row of light. The row of light that will be lit now to brighten up all the homes, but most importantly to brighten up every corner of our heart. Diwali symbolizes and enshrines the basic inner calling of human being, for light, for understanding, and for acceptance. The soul and the subconscious can be brightened by just looking at this lamp. No? If we are in any kind of dark atmosphere and suddenly a light appears, then we will understand the feeling. No? The origins of Diwali, yes, in short I will tell you, it started from the beginning of time. From the very beginning of time, this offering to Lakshmi Mata was being made, but it has been reinforced over the passage of time. When Vishnu Bhagavan took his avatar as Vaman, this katha we tell quite a few times, that Raja Bali, he was full with Abhiman. He thought that there was nothing that he cannot do. Why? Because he received blessings from the Lord, that he was able to satisfy the desires of his devotees, and this got to his head. And so Bhagavan took the form of Vaman, the dwarf, and he came there when he was doing yajna. At the end of yajna, we give dhan. And so when he went to receive his dhan, this Raja Bali looked at this dwarf and said to him, he said, "What do you want? What can I give you?" He asked me for anything. He says, "I only want 3 small footsteps of land." He looked at him again. No? He's only tiny. His feet are very small. He says, "Are you sure that's what you want? 3 footsteps of land? Think again." No? You do realize whose presence you're in. That I am the one who can give you anything. No? So think again and ask. He said, No. That's all I want. Those 3 small footsteps of land, you give it to me. No? So when the sankalp was taken, the katha is long, but when the sankalp was taken, he had to give. So at that moment, once he gave his word, Bhagavan expanded himself. And his first step took over the entire earth, the second took over the entire universe, and then he looked at Raja Bali kneeling on the ground, and he said to him now, his head, when you make a mistake, you hold your head now and you're crying. So he was like this. He said, "Where do I take the 3rd step?" He said, "Lord, I have nowhere else, nothing else to give. You've taken the earth, you've taken the entire universe. Only place that's now that I can even, I'm not sure whether this is my own, but at least I ask you, put your foot on my head, yes, and fulfill this vow that I made, so you will get your 3 footsteps." And of course, when the Lord put his foot on his head, he sent them to the nether regions. And when he arrived down there, he realized all his mistakes. But Raja Bali, for all his faults, he was a very learned man. He was not an ignorant man. He was a man who knew exactly. And when he made his mistake, he knew there and then. So when Bhagavan asked him, having darshan of me now, what vardhan I can offer you? He says, now that you sent me to the nether region, I would like you to stay with me right here. So in the process of all of this happening, Lakshmi, the very same Lakshmi, Mata, she is observing everything. And so what did she do? She arrived, yes, in the nether region there. And then she, from her sari, she took a strip and she tied it on the hand of Raja Bali. And then told him, he says, this Lord will always be with you. And I tell you again, this is why we tie the Raksha Sutra on the right hand of the devotee and not on the left hand. Okay? So that's where she tied. So this symbolizes the presence of the Lord on the wrist of your hand. So whenever you see this Raksha, you will know and you will remember that this was tied at that time. And that was the promise that was given. And so the next example is given in Treta Yuga when the Lord Rama came.